Hoy te veo muy concentrada. Estás de la tablet al libro sin ninguna distracción. ¿En qué andas?
Es que estoy revisando una de las páginas que sugiere el libro para hacer presentaciones. Definitivamente PowerPoint es una pieza de museo. Podrás encontrar esta y otras herramientas en las páginas 116 y 117 de nuestro libro. Mira, voy a utilizar una de estas herramientas para adaptar el póster que te mostré al inicio.
Buena idea, quedará muy chévere.
Oye, ¿tú qué estás haciendo?
Acabo de recibir un email de John. Mira, ya hablé con Christine y le encantó la idea de conversar con ustedes para el programa. Ella ya te ha agregado sus contactos en Skype y está esperando tu llamada. Cheers, John.
John Moravec se ha convertido en nuestro productor internacional.
Así es. Él es un nodo en nuestra red que nos conecta a otras redes.
¿Qué te parece si revisamos en Skype a ver si Cristina está conectada?
Dale. Christine Renaud es una emprendedora social con una larga experiencia en el campo de la educación. Actualmente dirige E180, una red social de aprendizaje que funciona de manera muy simple. Hola Christine, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
I'm very good.
Yo soy Ángela, ella es Beatriz y somos de Aprendamos. ¿Por qué no nos cuentas un poco quién eres y qué es lo que estás haciendo en E180?
Sure. So my name is Christine. I'm the founder of E180. And what E180 does is that we create matchmaking tools that connect like-minded people interested in going for a coffee to learn something new or share their knowledge. So this is what we call in English brain dates. So it's the idea that you can go for a coffee with a stranger and learn something new or share your knowledge with somebody that needs it. So a little bit like what you do on a dating site, but the purpose of our mission and what we do in life is not to help you find the love of your life. It's really to help you learn from people around you and help you give back to your community by sharing your knowledge, basically.
Bueno, ¿cómo se te ocurrió esta idea de hacer E180? ¿De dónde se te ocurrió?
So I was trained as a teacher and I wanted to open my own school, my own really alternative school. So I did my master's in Boston in 2007 in education, and then I was working as a podcast producer in New York. And it was right when Facebook and Twitter were starting to be used and more popular, and a lot of people were using social networks to to send out requests for knowledge or to offer their knowledge. So I have to learn how to use an audio tool because I want to create a new radio show. Can somebody help me tonight? So that's how people were using Facebook to try and learn something that they needed. And that's the way I learned most of the things that I've used in my life as an entrepreneur and as a human in general. So I thought, how interested would it be to kind of help to archive all these offers and requests for knowledge and then connect people that might not be able to find what they need to learn in their closed network and connect them with other people in their community so that they can learn from each other. So that was in 2008. And then worked hard because I was actually not a tech entrepreneur, I was a teacher. So I worked to kind of understand how you build a tech startup, a social enterprise, found a co-founder that was more technical, and now it's been 3 years that we're running E180.
Creo que estamos un poco acostumbrados a Twitter y Facebook. ¿Cómo se diferencia E180 de estas otras redes?
So the big difference between E180 and most social networks is that we foster one-on-one, face-to-face connections for peer learning. So it's not, about sharing pictures or about sharing your status on an online platform. The online platform is really a tool to help you find the best person possible to help you learn what you need to learn to, kickstart a project or develop your potential in something. So it's really about, that's why we call it brain dates. It's really that idea of going for an actual coffee or for a beer or lunch or going to a studio or a yoga studio if you want to learn something new about yoga or in, a coffee shop if you want to learn something about business plan from somebody else. So it's really about the offline, the in-person connection, one-on-one.
Bueno, realmente Internet es una herramienta que nos ofrece muchas soluciones para problemas que podemos presentarles, inclusive formas nuevas de aprendizaje mediante tutoriales, YouTube. Y más aún, las comunidades en Facebook ayudan mucho a las personas a buscar soluciones y aprender cosas nuevas. Habiendo dicho esto, ¿cuál crees tú que es el beneficio de tener esos contactos cara a cara con las personas que ofrece E180?
It's a great question. I think it's a behavior that is kind of more intuitive for people now that we have other ways of meeting strangers that make sense to us now, like Airbnb, for instance, where you go and you actually are couch surfing, where you sleep on the couch of a stranger. It's kind of weird when you think about it. You're so vulnerable when you sleep, but here you are in the house of a stranger sleeping on their couch, you know. So I think it's in terms of the sharing economy, it's something that is, people feel that we're really interconnected and that you can really improve yourself and improve your community by connecting with like-minded people. And the idea of connecting over sharing knowledge is for the person that receives or is learning. I think it's very powerful in terms of an educational experience because you get a very individualized learning experience with somebody that can actually share his or her experience with you. So, you know, we're not saying that people should never Google anything anymore, should never read a book, because these are amazing and powerful ways to learn. But sometimes it happens when you are in a learning process that you reach kind of a roadblock, and then you need to ask very personal questions because it has a connection with yourself and your own project. So this is where a human being with his or her experience, with his or her failures, can really help you to jumpstart your learning when you face a roadblock or you're going through something completely new. And that's oftentimes what we see also, is that it's not that we lack resources on internet, but when you want to kickstart or jumpstart your learning in something new, sometimes it's just the amount of information is actually overwhelming. So you need a guide, somebody that can tell you, okay, this is how I went about it. And it can be very powerful and can actually make it very efficient for you to learn something new.
Como mencionamos antes, E180 es una red social de aprendizaje que funciona de manera muy simple. Puedes crear tu cuenta utilizando tu correo electrónico o entrar al sitio directamente a través de tu perfil en Facebook.
La información de tu perfil en E180 orientará a las personas que estén buscando aprender algo de ti, a conocerte un poco mejor.
Y a E180 a buscar las mejores oportunidades para que tú aprendas de otros.
A través de tu perfil puedes ofrecer dar una clase en algún tema que domines, o puedes buscar clases sobre temas que te interese aprender.
Ángela se ofrecerá para enseñar cómo calibrar una guitarra. ¿Qué podrías enseñar tú? Bueno, a veces decimos que todos podemos aprender de los demás, ¿no? El coaprendizaje. ¿Tú crees que en algún momento puede existir tal cosa como la coenseñanza, donde todos nos podemos volver profesores?
Yeah, we sometimes, you know, there's a saying in English that says lifelong learning. That's something you hear often, but something that is really precious and important to us is that idea of lifelong teaching. So to have everybody being able to share his or her experience, and not just people that are teachers, you know, are professionals, but anybody has some experience to share that can be relevant for somebody else. And it's something that is really important for us. And that idea of like expert and learner is really not something that we foster on E180. Everybody can put offers for knowledge and requests for knowledge. So there's not that kind of idea of hierarchy of you know, you're a learner and I'm a teacher. We're all teachers and learners together, basically.
Bueno, yo creo que eso es todo. ¿Tienes algo más que quieras añadir?
Well, I would just invite everybody that is listening to your show to become a member. It's free. And like I was mentioning to you earlier, mi esposo es de México. Entonces me encantaría que si había más gente sobre E180 de Latinoamérica.
Bueno, Cristín, realmente ha sido muy valiosa la información que nos has dado y hemos disfrutado muchísimo de esta entrevista. Creo que ya llegamos al final.
Sí. No, muchas gracias por tu tiempo.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. And keep me posted on any initiatives that you have in Guayaquil on entrepreneurship. I'm always thrilled to see what other entrepreneurs are doing in the world.
Chao. Chao.